We welcome you back as the picks have been made in the 2020 NBA All-Star Draft by the captains, Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James. So you've had a second here to take a look at your rosters. LeBron, last year at this point, you said, I'd like to make a trade. Are you proposing anything this time around?
No.
No,
I got no
happy.
trades to propose. Yeah, I have no assets. I have nothing. I am completely excited and happy with my team.
Giannis?
No trade. I'm really happy with my team also. I think we have great guys. They're going to play hard and we're going to get a win.
Well, we'll let you. We're going to add a rule after the first quarter of the game. If somebody's not playing well, I'll let you make a trade. You can recant that. True NBA fashion. Oh, he's never getting traded. Oh, he's gone tomorrow.
Well,
He's gone tomorrow.
this is like you can't pick any bad players. All these guys are well-deserved all-stars. You got no weaknesses.
I mean, like you said, the last four guys on the board.
Oh, yeah.
Could be possibly competing for the Eastern or Western.
But that's a good thing about this draft. There's no bad players. Anything you choose is a good win.
What is the mindset, guys, going into this when you're picking out who's going to be on your team? How much of it is, I really want to play with this guy, I don't get to see this guy very much? How much of that goes into your thinking?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. It's some guys that you want to play with that guy, and be around him for the weekend. Some of them are teammates. Obviously, you see me pick AD and Giannis taking Chris. Some of it is, you want to win as well. So you know how those guys play when you compete against them. So a lot of factors goes into it. But at the end of the day, like Chuck has been saying, man, there's no wrong choice. I mean, we're all all-stars. They're all all-stars for a reason. So, just happy to be a part of it.
Giannis, same question to you, and what it's, you haven't been to as many All-Star games as LeBron has, obviously, but you've been to enough to know how special this is.
I definitely agree. You cannot go wrong. They're the 24 best players in the world. Obviously, you want to pick guys that are going to have fun with you, guys that are going to go out there and play hard. And as I said, have fun in the locker room. And just obviously I picked Chris Middleton because I want to go through the experience with him because my teammate. But at the end of the day, you can't go wrong. They're all great players, they're all great guys, and hopefully we can all have fun this weekend.
I'm looking at because there's a variety of ages here. How many guys of these guys you played with outside of the NBA, like AAU or All-Star, USA teams? How many guys that you actually played with, Giannis, I'll start with you, that was non-NBA related? Is there anyone on this list?
Nobody. Actually, I haven't played with a lot of guys outside the NBA because when I was drafted, I came from the second division. I wasn't even playing the first division, so I never had the chance to play in the national team, AAU, or stuff like that.
Wow.
Listen, this is a great format, but I'm just sitting here looking at these European players and guys from Greece and everywhere. I think in the future, the NBA need to take a look at the United States against the world would be a hell of a game.
You know what? I agree, Chuck, and LeBron, you can attest to this, but I get to the point where I don't look at guys and say he's from Europe anymore. I don't think people in Dallas go, Dirk Nowitzki's European.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about to spice up the All-Star game.
Okay.
Kind of take a page of what they do on Friday night.
Okay. Yes.
With the U.S.
Because
versus
it's a worldwide
yeah.
game, but you look at this board, there's at least 10 European players in this game, or guys from Africa. That would be a fun contest.
We're gonna take a little break here. We know that there is a new format for the All-Star game this year. Our buddy Baron Davis is going to help break it down, and then we'll hear from Giannis and LeBron about how they like the changes in the format. And that's when we come back here on the 2020 All-Star Draft. Broken down the rosters, it's time to take a deeper look at how the All-Star game itself will be different this year. We've enlisted the help of Baron Davis and a couple of New York street ball legends to walk us through the origins of the format you're going to see in Chicago and how it's aimed to make the game more exciting for players and fans.
I'm Baron Davis, 13-year NBA vet, two-time All-Star, and someone who's always trying to entertain the crowd. I'm meeting up with New York streetball legend, Bobito Garcia. And NBA legend, Rod Strickland. We linking up to break down how pickup basketball is now being embedded into this year's All-Star Game.
What up, my man?
You good? I'm in the presence of legends. The All-Star Game is evolving, but let's talk about the draft, before we get into what these new rules are to come. Like, what do you guys think about taking it away from, like, the whole East-West thing?
I feel like the East-West thing is like for the 50s and 60s. A lot of the teams aren't regionally, truthfully, in the West or the West Coast or truthfully in the East Coast.
Right.
So it doesn't really hold a meaning, I feel like, to the fan. What I do love about being like, yo, we at the park, yo, he's on my squad, he's on my squad. But now with the pickup, you can be like, yo, wow, I never thought these two dudes could play on the same squad.
Right.
But now they can.
Here's Curry with a high bounce pass.
You already got like the two leading vote getters, and then they get to basically build their kingdom. You may be the last person drafted, but that creates that chip on your shoulder.
That's the cool part of it, because the fans get to see and actually get to see players' vulnerability, right? So
right.
they've shown it to everyone.
Now we've embedded more pickup rules inside the All-Star Game in Chicago. I can explain it. Easy, simple.
This year, the NBA All-Star Game is going to make every quarter count. In addition to a running score, each quarter will be treated as a mini game and will be scored separately. Team scores will reset 0-0 after each quarter, and the winner of each of the first three quarters will earn money for the Chicago charity of their team captain's choosing.
What do you think about those first three quarters?
I love it. I love it. I think that creates that competition we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's something in a small period of time, and there's a winner.
Yeah.
And then you tie that in with the foundation. I think that's great. I think it, it gives incentive for players to play.
I think the fans deserve to see these guys playing, with intense competition.
Everything is going to be worth something. In this pickup format, is that going to change how you draft somebody?
I think it may change styles, the kind of play, because it's a pickup. But also, I think you're going to pick who you think is competitive, too.
All right, there's more. Fourth quarter. All right, here's the thing. This is fire.
The fourth quarter, we're switching it up. To start, the clock is off. Instead of beginning at 0, both teams will start with their total score from the first three quarters. A target score will be determined by taking the leading team's score and adding 24 points in honor of our dear brother Kobe Bryant. The team to reach the target score first will win the All-Star Game and $200,000 for their charity.
I love that. I think out of everything that has been devised so far, that singularly having no clock, that's you at the park.
And you got to end on a game winner.
Right.
So imagine, being down 6 and they get a ball to somebody and he don't get the game winner. You gonna go to him again, or you gonna go to somebody else?
That's another enhancer to defense. Because if you're up by 10, don't let them back in the game.
Right.
Pride comes in.
Yeah.
And now it's a true pickup game. If I'm down 5, down 6, you still got a chance. Let's stop him.
Anybody has a chance to be that MVP. It goes back to the Glenn Rice days. Yo, if he catch fire, we gonna leave him in.
Three-pointer again for Glenn Rice.
So you like the new rules?
I love it. There's always something going, something intriguing, something competitive. And that's what the game's been lacking. So I think the changes are great.
To me, it feels like that's an all-star game. We're gonna be able to see our all-stars the way we want to see our all-stars.
So essentially, Giannis and LeBron, you've got a game now that could have within it 4 game winners because each of those quarters being treated differently. So how are you warming up to the idea, and how do you like it? Giannis, go first.
I kind of like it. It's almost like playing 4 games on one night, and you have the opportunity to win each one. But I kind of like it because at the end of the fourth quarter, we're honoring Kobe with the 24 points. Who's going to get for the first to 24. And at the end of the day, you can play basketball. You can showcase your talent and your skills, because there's no shot clock, there's no time, and you can just go forever. You can play forever.
LeBron?
No, just to piggyback what Giannis said, I mean, I love the idea. You know, it's almost like practice when, you know, your coach, you know, put 12 minutes on the clock and say, let's scrimmage, you know, and whoever wins that game, and then you're like, okay, I want to play another one because they beat us that first time. So, you know, every quarter it can be a winner. And then the best part about it, you know, the charity. You know, the charity gets to, you know, get money after every quarter, continue to give back to, you know, these kids that mean so much. And then, like I said, to piggyback again off of Giannis, said that last quarter, just honoring Kobe and his legacy and everything that he's done for our league and our game. I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I like it as well, guys, because I think no one remembers the scores of the All-Star games. Sometimes I don't even remember winning, but the consensus was, oh, are they playing hard enough? So now, when you're down in the first quarter, you're not worried anymore. You're like, I'm going to win the next quarter. So everyone's going to continue to play at a higher pace. And then clock off, that's park, like the first to 12. That's it. First to 156, oh, let's go get it. It's the first to 156. Now you do play much more defense.
Or if you get to the end of the first quarter, or toward the end of the first quarter, it's a one-point game, you're going to see a coach say, hey, let's time out. Let's draw something up here and win the quarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I think that sometimes that people really overact to the All-Star game. The All-Star game should just be fun. It's a celebration of the NBA. You know, that's like the Pro Bowl. These guys can't go out there and tackle each other. They play for their own teams. So I just think, listen, just go out, have fun. It's an amazing weekend. It's like the halfway point before the fun starts of the playoffs. Just have a great weekend.
Giannis Antetokounmpo and LeBron James, we appreciate the time once again this year. Thanks a lot. It's been great to watch you build your teams, and can't wait to see you all in Chicago.
Thank you, guys.
I appreciate it. Ernie, Kenny, Chuck, see you guys soon, man.
Yes, sir.
We will be there, that's for sure. We'll take a break, and then we'll be going to Studio J. We'll talk about the trade deadline when we come back.
Oh, man.